Good day, everyone. I'm Charlotte Corporal together with Miss Julia Marie Artampos. Today, we're going to discuss trends in supply chain management. So, here are our group members. We have Kakanindin Wayne, Cruz Krisha Isaiah, Nabalitan Joanna Jane, and Palermo Jacob. So for our objectives, we have the examine current trends in supply chain management, identify and describe the types of information technology used in supply chain operations, analyze the role of customer relationship management or CRM in enhancing supply chain efficiency and customer satisfaction. And lastly, to evaluate the impact of e-commerce on supply chain strategies and performance. So, for the first topic, we have the types of information technologies used in supply chain management. The first one we have is the barcoding. So, barcoding is the use of printed codes, usually lines or QR codes on products, boxes, containers, or even railway cars. So, these codes can be scanned by machines to quickly identify items. For example, in a warehouse, workers can scan the barcode on a product to check its price, quantity, or location. And in supermarkets, scanning a barcode or at checkout automatically shows the price. Next, we have the electronic data interchange, sorry. So electronic data interchange is the direct exchange of business documents between computers of different companies without using paper. For example, when a store orders products from a supplier, the order is sent electronically through ADI instead of by email or fax, so the supplier system receives it instantly and processes the order. Next, we have the extensible markup language. So, XML is a way of organizing and packaging data so it can be easily shared and understood by different computer systems, especially over the internet. For example, a shipping company may use XML to send delivery details like customer name, address, or product type to another company system so both systems understand the information correctly. Next, we have data management. So, data management involves storing, organizing, and retrieving data using a database management system. It helps companies keep their information accurate and easy to access. For example, a logistics company uses a database to store customer orders, delivery schedules, and inventory levels, making it easy to find and update information when needed. Next, we have the imaging. So, imaging refers to the use of image processing technology to capture, store, and manage documents or pictures in digital form. For example, instead of keeping paper copies of delivery receipts, the company scans them into a computer system so they can be viewed, shared, and stored electronically. Next we have is the artificial intelligence or AI systems. So AI systems use computers to imitate human thinking such as learning, decision making, and problem solving. For example, AI can be used to predict delivery times, plan the best routes for trucks, or automatically answer customer questions through chatbots. Next next we have the radio frequency or RF technology. So RF technology uses radio waves to send and receive data wirelessly between devices and the central computer system. So for example, um, warehouse workers use handheld RF scanners to update inventory levels in real time while moving goods around the warehouse. Next, we have the computer onboard and satellite tracking. So, onboard computers and satellite tracking systems such as GPS allow vehicles to be monitored in real time and help drivers with navigation. For example, a truck driver uses GPS to find the fastest route to a delivery location, while the company tracks the truck's location to ensure on-time delivery. Next, lastly, we have the intranet or extranet. So, an intranet is a private network used within a company, while an extranet allows limited access to outsiders like suppliers or customers. Both are protected by security systems such as firewalls. So, for example, for this, employees use the company intranet to check schedules or submit reports. Suppliers may use the extranet to check order status or delivery dates. So, in conclusion, um, next. So, for the next topic, we have the customer relationship management or CRM. So, what is CRM? CRM, next, please. CRM is how a business manages its relationship with customers. It includes the rules, practices, and tools a company uses when communicating and working with customers. So, the main goal of CRM is to understand customers better, serve them well, and keep them coming back. Next. So, understanding CRM. So, CRM covers all ways a business interacts with customers, such as websites, emails, phone calls, messages and mailings, and social media platforms. It helps the business to create positive customer experience, build trust and satisfaction, and encourage loyalty and repeat purchases. For example, if a customer visits an online store, they would sign up on the website, then they will be able to receive emails about the new product, chat chat with the customer service, and follow the brand on social media. So all these interactions are recorded in the CRM system, helping the company to understand the customer better. Next. So here are the benefits of CRM. So first, it centralizes customer information. CRM stores all customer details in one place, such as their name and contact information, the purchase history, and past complaints or requests. For example, the a customer calls support, then the staff can quickly see what the customer bought before and solve the problem after. Next, we have optimizes sales and marketing efforts. So CRM helps businesses know what customers like and what products they buy most. For example, if a clothing store sends special discounts only to customers who like buying shoes, then it makes the marketing more effective. Number three, we have improves customer support. So CRM allows support teams to respond faster and give better solutions. If a customer complained before, the staff can see it and avoid repeating the same mistake. And lastly, we have the increases customer retention. So happy customers are more likely to stay loyal and buy again. For example, if a cafe remembers a customer's favorite drink and they offer them rewards, then this would make the customer feel valued and keep them coming back. So to conclude, CRM, it helps businesses build strong relationships with customers by organizing information, improving communication, and delivering better service. So when customers feel understood and valued, they are more likely to stay loyal and support the business. So for the next topic, let me call on Miss Julia Marie Artampos to continue.
So now I will discuss about what is an e-commerce supply chain is. So ano nga ba yon? So basically, ito yung proseso kung paano nakakarating ang produkto mula sa supplier hanggang sa customer kapag nag-online shop tayo. So an e-commerce supply chain is a step-by-step journey of a product from the supplier all the way to the customer. It includes storing, packaging, shipping, and even handling return. So next, so next is how does the e-commerce supply chain work? This is a step by step. So the first one is supplier. So ito yung nagpo-provide ng raw materials or finished product. They deliver this to the factories or warehouses. So dito nagsisimula ang journey ng produkto. Next step is warehouse. So the warehouse stores the products safely until customers place their orders. So parang waiting room ng mga produkto bago sila ipadala. So next step is fulfillment center. So fulfillment center pairs the orders. Items are picked, packed, and made ready for shipping. Minsan warehouse na rin ang nagiging fulfillment center. So the next step is courier. So courier is like a LBC, JNT, DHL, or FedEx that takes the packages and deliver it to the customer address. So the last step is customer. So sila yung tumatanggap ng mga products. Pero minsan, kailangan nila ibalik ang items dahil sa defect or maling order. So ang tawag dito ay reverse logistic. So, so overall, the e-commerce supply chain has five main stages: supplier, warehouse, fulfillment center, courier, and customer. So lahat ng to ay mahalaga para siguradong makakarating ng maayos ang produkto sa mga tamang tao. So, understanding this process is important for business and logistics. It helps companies manage operations and keep customers satisfied. That's all. Thank you for listening.